here's my trailer. Group called Custom Aussie Mods. Custom Aussie Mods. We'll look here at the trailer manager. So I got a bunch of trailers. The one I've got right now is a flat deck triple from Custom Aussie Mods. What the cargo looks like. If I ever have to gas up, I'm gonna do it at the side of the road. Come back in 5 minutes after the last trailer is finally. I guess I probably need this on, eh? You think? At least. Probably also need a pilot car, but I have no idea whether this is going to work. I also had turned off traffic. So this, as far as I know, will not make a right-hand turn lane to lane. You need the second lane always. So we'll see what happens here. It's going to be a long trip. Lets me actually, I'll do my little welcome here, right? There we go. Okay, back to the road. Oops, Come on now. Not bad. It starts at 3, so it's not that heavy. It's a 72-ton load. It's not the load that's the hard part. It's the trailers. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need... oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I might be able to do it if I just go like this. Go right out here. I'm cheating by looking up top here, but right out here and then around. Okay, let's see what the back end's doing here. And it's not bad. Let's go in the middle here. Ooh, that's weird. Put that axle down. For realism. Okay, so where am I going? I'm going. I actually wonder where I'm going. I'm going from Portland down to Scary Road. Scary. Portland down to... See, that's not going to be bad. Down to Tucson is just that bit of road there is going to be a bit of a challenge, I think, you know? Glad I'm not going here, but still, I've been around some of these corners. They're a little sharp. So, we'll see how she goes. I always get screwed up around here, so I gotta be careful. I definitely won't be doing any backing up on this map. Okay, I'm not going off that way. I'm staying in this lane, which means get over here. Oh, should unlock differential. Yes, I was trying to get out of the yard. My back trailer was caught on some ramps and stuff, so I had to low gear, lock the differential, and like hell. There. And what are we drinking? We are drinking Spearhead Hawaiian Style Pale Ale. Not sure what this exit's like, so I'm going to stay in the middle lane until I see. Oh, no, okay, there's a paved shoulder. So what I do is I drive like this, and the back end, way back here, actually tracks pretty well. A triple, it's amazing how well a triple tracks. It's also amazing is how poorly a triple backs up. Ooh. Definitely raining. I was going to go in Brazil, and then I thought I would do this, so... can also do a 4-trailer B train. I think just in the ATS. I tried that, but I couldn't hook up to it in the garage. It was too long. But then I learned a trick. If you say you want to use the trailer and you're parked in your garage, then it intends to attach it right away. But if you are somewhere else and say you want to use the trailer, it does not attach until you teleport to somewhere. Well, what I do is I teleport it actually to a section, a straight road, and I turn traffic off first. Oops, sorry buddy. Oh, go away, wipers. I hate it. The wipers don't turn off. Stop. Stop. In the name of... Oh, there's that lift bridge. Yeah. Oh, cool. Less than over a bit. Let's get a picture here. Ooh, no, let's keep rolling. Okay, get a picture like that. Brake on, put... Already got a picture. See, let's turn this off. Excuse me, turn this off. Oh, I got a good picture. Cars seem to be going around. Yeah, pretty nice. They're pretty gracious about it. Oh, welcome to my nightmare here. I found a site that has done a number of owned trailers. They're sort of free. They asked for a PayPal donation. Gave them $5. I think I might give them more. I know some people don't think that you should not pay for mods, that they should always be free, but you know, I'm a writer. My books aren't free. Where's the dotted line? Oh, there it is. I sort of picked up an extra lane. Thanks for joining my screen here. It's me and Mel and a big honkin' truck. Down to Tucson. Ooh, yes. Now, be careful here, Gramps. Remember the last time we came through here? Yep. Hello, Sufishy. How are you? Did you notice I have a great big long triple? I found a mod that gives me ownable triple trailers. Variety. In fact, I can also get ownable quadruple load train. As you might think, it's guys, a bunch of Aussies. The link's up there. It's a Facebook. The easiest way to find them is Facebook. Custom Aussie mods. But yeah, thanks for dropping in, Sufishi. I missed yesterday, but I'm on today. So. changing lanes, changing... Shit, I should have seen that coming, because now I gotta sit here and wait. And if you look out the window, you can't see, so I got a button that gives me look out the window past. Okay, hopefully you're going, because I'm going. Note the trailers. 3 trailers of pipe with I guess strapping on them. Well, actually that's not bad. You know, 3, 6, some at the back, yeah. So it's a fairly strong engine, but it's 72 tons. Now I'm not sure how the... I suspect if you take this as a double, they also give you 72. I don't know. I didn't look. And it's a true triple, like with separate. You know, wheels at the front and the back. Lots of wheels, lots of axles. How many axles do I have, anyways? Just let me slow down here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17. One away from 18 axles of steel. So, wow. So guys, we're going from Portland down to Tucson. It's a 30-hour trip, which is 90 minutes in this game, which means I won't be done till midnight. I might be done before that, I don't know. I actually fell asleep driving this afternoon. You know when you're driving and you sort of nod off and you realize you're in the other lane or somebody's garage or a tree? No. Just about. Luckily there wasn't a lot of traffic. I was like, oh, I'm in the other lane. Oops. A long day, but a nice day. Back up a bit on the map, see what we get. I don't like, you know, that's not bad like that. Well, let's get rid of this other one underneath. Okay. Go like this, you're too far out, but this gives you a good overview on the, as to what's coming, and then I zoom in. I zoom in whenever I get close to decision time in a town. Salem, Massachusetts, or Port. Yeah, I had a problem. I did a go-to, and I did a go-to Portland. I ended up in Portland, Maine, so that was confusing. I've done a go-to, I'm sure I ended up in Portland, Oregon? I think I was in the middle of the US, though, so maybe that's what it does. Hey, Steph. Or Saint F. I am doing well, and I have a surprise for you. I'm not in Brazil. I'm in Oregon, and I've found a source for ownable trailers called Facebook.com. Strangely enough, custom Aussie mods. These guys and gals have done a whole whack of ownable trailers, and this is the one I have now. I've got a triple. A triple loaded up with pipe. And they also have an option to do a road train, like a four unit road train. So It's tricky hooking up to it, as one would expect. You can't just go to your garage and say use it because there's no room. So I discovered if you want to use when you're not in your garage, when you're in your garage, you say you want to use a trailer, it hooks it up automatically. But if you're not in your garage, you say you want to use it, you can either drive to your garage and get it, or you teleport, like with the zero key, dev mode, console mode, and when you teleport to somewhere, when you land, your trailer is magically connected. So I teleported to a straight stretch of road, turned the traffic off first, and then my trailers were all connected. So here we go. I know they do triples. No, somebody's on here. Well, there's not a lot of people on here anymore. They've got triples in ATS in parts of the US, but they're not 53-foot trailers. They're shorter ones, like whatever those little, 40 foots or something. So, but these are, yeah, these are serious trailers. I counted. I got 17 axles. Well, counted my truck. Would it be problematic? It would be problematic. Although going around a corner is not that bad on this thing. It's surprising how well it tracks. What it doesn't do is back up. Well, I'll show you when I go. I mean, like the very back axle doesn't track that far over, only a few feet over from where the front axle of the truck is. So, see, even here, I'm going around this corner like this. The back end is. Oops, scared that guy. Yeah. Now, if you had to go in a roundabout, you'd be taking the whole roundabout, I think. Or if you're in a town, like in a town, you're gonna want to have 2 lanes to turn into, and you'll. What's happening here? What are you guys doing? Oh, somebody had a moment. I hate it when this happens. Because it means. Yeah, go ahead. Just pull up there, buddy. I was gonna do that, but I won't now. Sometimes it means I'll go and look. We can use this zero key, which goes into developer mode. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do? That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna toot horns. That really helps. Okay, so. Oops, we didn't want to hit that key. We want to hit this key. Traffic. 0. Oh, look. Turn it back on. Oops. Did it again. I think actually I have CIP's, I think I have a traffic mod running that gives me more traffic. Let me look here, and I'm betting that's what's screwing me up. Because sometimes if the AI has a little bit too much traffic, it gets into accidents and it starts doing this little decision, well, not even decision tree, I guess. Nobody can agree what to do. Non-decision tree. Physics. Real traffic density and which is good. It makes the traffic heavier during rush hour and quieter off, and busier near cities and quieter in the country. Yeah, this is the dragon skin is a standard. It's nice, eh? One of their standard paint jobs. I like fantasy stories and sci-fi. So Steph, are you 12 hours? Um, how about Game of Thrones? I did. I read the first few books and I watched the first few movies. And I must admit, don't hate me for this. Same with Harry Potter. I read the first few books and watched the first few movies. Don't know. Don't know. There's let me show you the other paint jobs you can do. Down here at the bottom, there's, Uncle Sam thing. There's Christmas ones. There's a rattlesnake one. There's Hell Rider. Kick Ass. That's the one I have. Dragonflight. There's All Hallows Eve. There's this Santa's Sleigh. There, so this one's kind of cool too. Frozen. Tacky. Yeah, there's Christmas. They do Christmas. They do Valentine's. I think they do Halloween. They don't do any other holidays, but and you buy these packs, or sometimes you can win them. They have challenges to, complete so many. This truck, he pulled in front of me, pulled left, in front of me. I bet she's going to change lanes again. Maybe not. Oh, there he goes, changing lanes. Yeah, I'll bust out the Christmas ones. Today was a nice day. It was 26. C feels like 32 sort of thing. It was pretty nice. But you're heading into spring. I'm just thinking, when we get it, I got a day like today, either in spring or fall, when you get a nice summery day, if it's early in the spring or late in the fall, you just treasure it. But if it's in the middle of summer, it's like, yeah, what the hell? It's summer, another summer day. Yeah, I gotta do laundry. I'll just stay in and do laundry. Who cares? There'll be more. I'm guessing I'm probably getting bad mileage. Well, what am I getting here? Well, 3 miles per gallon. Oh, that's the trip economy. Does not this truck does not give me instantaneous economy, so yeah, summer's on the way. I guess with global warming, with the virtual global warming that everybody is pretending isn't really there, and it certainly isn't their fault if it is, um, we're going to see more temperature extremes. You'll see a gradual warming, but it's not the gradual warming that gets you, it's the extremes. Hurricanes are stronger too. There's a big hurricane whomping into Florida right now. And it was a class 5, almost a class 5. It was like, you know, class 4.9 or whatever, inland, like after it hit the coast. And it was moving, it wasn't just sitting there, so. I was in the bar with my buddies, and we're sitting there, and we watched, and they had CNN up. Of course, we're watching, there's no sound, but we're watching CNN with their they have a couple of different commentators trying to look wet and windy. But I don't mind the winter, really. Oh, the lack of rain. I know. That really hurt, well, it hit us here in Ottawa and on the west coast. California, Vancouver, BC, big fires. They'll get no rain for a couple of months, so fires and everything all over, and then they get all rain for 2 months, floods and everything washes away. So, I don't know. There's a thing on the news. A bunch of scientists, and what do they know? A bunch of elites had said something about what was the deadline? It wasn't 2020. Was it 2040? There's only a few years before there's a tipping point, but nobody believes that. Oh, pull in for an inspection. Well, that's going to be interesting because this is going to be one hell of a truck. They're going to want to come out with their buddies and take photos of this one. They're going to call the little woman. Come down here, Martha. Check out this truck. Well, I mean, I'm old, so I'll be gone, but I've got children. My kids are in their late 30s. Grandchildren are younger. Friends, younger friends like you who will suffer through this, so. No, we're not bad but it's second and third world countries are going to have a problem. Stop with the truck. Activate the icon. I wonder what's going to say. 72 tons? What do we think we are? 121. Ooh, let's write that down. Triple. 121. And the cargo is 72. Which it leaves me with 49. And the truck is 9, I think. So this is 40 tons for these 3 trailers. Yeah, mama. And of course, yes, they didn't quite fit. Well, just pretend they fit. I could also do, I could have done bales of hay or some damn thing. 72 tons worth of hay, I'm not sure how that worked. I did not see a choice with logs. I really wanted to fill this up with logs to drive around Oregon. Could not. Possibly could have done lumber. There was stacks of lumber, but let me out. Possibly. not going to get gas on this thing. Park by the side of the road and the warning lights. Yeah, I put the warning lights on. Although I could take them off if they're not mandatory. You'd have lights and a sign in the back, but there wasn't that option with this trailer. Well, yeah. See, now you can pull in here for gas. Could happen. Look at that could happen, or one of these things. Doable. They don't do a lot of gas along the highway. Not as doable. They do here on the side roads, but there's one there where you can. There's one there where you can. Nope. I really want to pull in like something like that. That's a long ways away. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yes, yeah. I did a speaking of escorts, speaking of escort services, one of the convoys we did with lazy truckers. One of the guys had a car, pilot car, and it said on it, and had flashing lights and stuff like that. So he drove ahead of us, blocked the intersections because it's multiplayer, so there's other people. What am I doing here? I'm changing the time. He blocked people at intersections and stuff for us, so. So we were just like a real convoy with an escort vehicle. He'd zip ahead, block things, we'd turn, block something else, we'd turn, and then he'd follow behind, I think. On a multi-lane highway, I think the blocker follows behind in case you need to change lanes. And then he or she will move over, block the lane, and everybody shuffles over, so. It's neat, and it adds a lot of realism to it, so. We've got another multiplayer coming up. A heavy haul, I think, on this Saturday. I'll put it up on my Discord. In Europe, so they're saying take a like a 4-axle truck, like a steer and two drives and a flip. Like this one has one drive and a flip, and heavy load. So I might take. There's a 72 ton load you can get that has nice big heavy yellow mining trucks on it. The thing with multiplayer is it only works with the in-game mods. It doesn't work with add-on mods, but only with the stock stuff that comes with it. So you're kind of limited, but still, it's cool. I need another beer though. This one is Hawaiian style. Oh, maybe I don't. Hawaiian style pale ale from Kingston, Ontario. They call their beer without boundaries. Brewed Italian, Hawaiian style with pineapple. Italian. Perfectly imbalanced pale ale. You know, and a refreshing dry finish. I think that means it's dry now, so I'll be back. that was a 6% beer. Got a 4.8. This is better. Called Lunch Money. Really cool label. Like, it's weird art. Art Cecil Warner, Burlington, Ontario. So they got, I don't know, I guess they commission artists to do their labels. Nice. Craft beer, the new wine. Okay, the sun's coming up and we're still chugging through. I wonder if we go through anything exciting in Oregon now. No, we don't. I enjoy craft beers. I didn't, I used to drink Coors Light. There's pretty well no flavor to that, but it's like developing a taste for coffees or wine or whatever, you know, it just evolves. I don't like a really dark beer or ale. I forget the difference. I don't like the red ones, but I don't mind a hoppy, and I like a hoppy taste and a bit of citrus. And there's wheat beers that have a different kind of flavor. So instead of barley, I guess. But yeah, there's craft beers all over the bloody place now. I mean, I go to the liquor store. This is where we get beer, the LCBO, Liquor Control Board of Ontario, and they've got all these different craft beers, and I have no idea. I just, you know, pick 6 different ones, and they're you. Like I said, if it looks like it's dark or red, no, I don't want that. But ooh, why are we? Oh, okay, that's why we're doing that. Could let them in, I guess, if we were nice, but we're not. We're on a mission. We're on a mission from God, the Blues Brothers. I guess I can take these lights off, really. I mean, game, right? You don't know much about beer. Oops, it's getting dark. Did you ever work in a pub? Or you can work in a pub and not know much about beer. Well, we're not rocketing up this hill, are we? We may be a little late getting to our target Tucson, but oh well. We'll just chug along, chat with people. Welcome to my stream, everybody. Thanks for viewing. Cafe. Number of nice cafes in my neighborhood here. Starbucks, Second Cup. You know, the chains, but there's a smaller chain, a local chain that's quite good. And there's even smaller ones. So I don't like milk in my coffee, so I'm kind of limited to all these fancy drinks and stuff. Oh yes, I was welcoming people. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for viewing, and if you are a follower, thanks for following. If you want to subscribe, that's even better. You'll get the joy and satisfaction of supporting me in my interest slash passion slash obsession. And you can also get a little emote that looks like a raven. And if you want, send me your email and I'll send you one of my books. Or there's bits. You can throw bits in the jar. Or you can just lurk. I'm easy. I'm just doing this because I had been driving for several years in this game, and my son started streaming, and I thought I'd try it, and well, I've surpassed him in, well, definitely in viewers and in bells and whistles and knowing how it works, so I definitely don't ask him for help anymore. He's kind of a techie, but he just points me at the Google. Which lane are we losing here? Right lane. Good. Let's get over then before this truck comes up. I can see him in my mirror. We have to start getting over a day ahead of time. And even so, it doesn't really help because often what happens is... Oh, we're okay. Either people pull in front of you, like that guy, or the AI will stop dead to let somebody in. And then look quite offended when I womp into them and send the mass over tea kettle into a hedge or something. Sorry. So Steph, are you, I don't know, programmer, designer, coder? Or you can decline. Oops. Oops. Flashers going for miles and miles. Okay, so time to make a choice here now. Do I go into here to get gas or do I wait till the next thing? We're not bad. We've got, oh, just under half a tank. We're fine. Web developer and content writer. Oh. I started off in electronic technology in the 60s and did hardware development and computer testing, debugging. We had a checkout area. We ran a bunch of systems, did you know, troubleshooting and that, and then I got into software, into programming of tandem computers, and then it was nice. And then I got into quality management at Bell, which was sort of a culmination of those because I knew hardware, I knew software. I'd taken a quality course, so excellent. And I'd found my niche. And unfortunately, I was the oldest guy in the group, and they had to cut back because they wanted to hire young people because they were cheaper and they thought they'd have better ideas. So I retired a few years earlier than I wanted to, but they topped me up a bit. So, but yeah, it's fun to have. I'll just say it's fun to have a hardware software background. Ooh, nice wall. Fishies. Jack of all trades, Jill of all trades. I suppose I should be wondering when I can. Well, there's a downhill. I might get up to speed on this downhill. And having that background helps me in gaming, right? You know, picking hardware, picking software, getting them to work, doing scripts. So, ooh, there's my welcome thing. I got that as a timer in Streamlabs to remind me to welcome people, and it reminds me to say, thanks for viewing, and if you're a follower, thanks for following, and if you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. And I got Discord. What? Inspect me again? You just did. They don't give you much warning, do they? Whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I have a Discord. I thought it was cool having a Discord server at my advanced age, but my grandson, who's 11, also has one now, so... we were over to his birthday party the other week. Same weight, burned up fuel. And his grandma was there, my ex. And he was saying that he had a Discord server, and Grandpa has a Discord server, and she was just... no idea what he's talking about. She was not a technical person, so... so what are we doing here? Are we... okay. That's what we're doing. What are you guys doing? Are you doing? Let me out? Maybe? Maybe? I think you are. Thank you. Possibly. They're just intimidated by this great big train. Yeah, but you're a young thing. You got lots of time to get there. I got Discord because I wanted to join convoys in multiplayer, and I wanted to be able to chat with people, because if you're in a convoy and you can't talk to anybody, like I can't type. I mean, I can, but you gotta... it's hard to type also with this game. You have to alt-tab out. The way SCS is designed, both the ATS and ETS games, if you want to get out of the window, if you want to get your mouse out, you've got to alt-tab out. Stupid. Anyways, so it's pretty hard to, alt-tab out, pause, type hi there. A lot of fun to be in a convoy. People used to use TeamSpeak all the time. They'd use Skype, and then people use TeamSpeak, and then they use Discord, because Discord is free and it gives you text channels also. And you can play with permissions. You can give people, you define people as different roles, and you give different positions and permissions to different roles. So. And for different channels, so kind of cool. Yes, it is to the floor. Yes, I am going slightly faster. I think it's a 12 speed. Ah, World of Warcraft. see. Well, and you can get back into it, Steph. There's lots of people playing WOW, and you could stream it, and you could dress up in a costume as, you know, Steph the Warrior Queen. People have a lot of fun on this. I discovered a thing in here. Oh, there's a weird thing in here called ASMR. I think it's ASMR. Someone was commenting that my Bob Ross imitation channel here was so quiet and restful that I could do ASMR, and I think that's the way it's spelled. And that's where it's a very quiet channel. Supposedly very, when it's like that, it can be very relaxing to people. And so there's people that do it. They're always, yes, that's what it is. Yeah, auditory stimulation. And there's lots of people on Twitch. It seems to be always a younger woman with a scoop neckline for no reason at all, and they'll have these two microphones that are shaped like ears. It's styrofoam, like, or white plastic. They don't say a word, and they just run their fingers over these ears, like, just very quietly, like the gain is cranked up, or they'll like rub their fingers together, or it's really strange. Unless, ooh, look at that truck just going back and forth up there. I mean, it's strange to me. It's not strange to some people. Some people find it quite restful. It seems a little... It seems a little erotic to me, and not a comfortable erotic. I don't know. Suffice it to say, I won't be doing that. I'm just going to stay with driving trucks here, although I might try, I could try that City Skylines or something, or I've got Planet Coaster too. I've got a bunch of other games. I'm not good at shoot 'em up games. Exactly, so some people, I shouldn't complain, some people find it very peaceful to watch these ASMR things, just to yeah, we have, some of us have yeah, chaotic lifestyles that are of our own doing, and we don't even realize it. So mine's pretty laid back today. My t-shirt, can't see it, my t-shirt says flaneur, F-L-A-N-E-U-R. That's what I was today. I was a flaneur. It's French. Je suis un flaneur today. It was a... or I was. Anyways. A flaneur is a idle wanderer of the city. You just exploring and appreciating the city. It's an urban thing without any particular goal. Sneered at by some as lacking ambition and focus, but that's okay. My girlfriend has just retired a month ago, really. She retired, she stopped working several years ago. She fell in a hole 5 years ago at night, and rainy night, poorly marked, landed on her head at a construction site, got massive, well, yeah, I think we need to to get gas here. Got a concussion and her balance was thrown off, so she had to pretty well stop working, which kind of sucked. And she Right, I don't really want to pull in there. That's got to be a garage. Try to make it to here. See what happens. So she's sort of been retired for quite a while. Not working. So it's always a challenge to when you especially when you can't work and you want to and you're forced. Like in my case, I was laid off basically, and she's been forced out. So it's a challenge to retire when you didn't really want to retire, but my brother is Steve's maybe 68, 7. He's retiring after a career as a corporate lawyer. He'll be retiring at 80% of his salary. I'm guessing his salary is several $100,000 a year. So it'll be a change for him, but he'll adjust. But excuse me, the thing is, he said he's going to do nothing. He's been working so hard at this job, on call all the time and traveling around the world and stuff. He'll go crazy if he has to do nothing, and he'll drive his wife crazy. So, I think he should teach cooking. He's a excellent cook. He's not that mobile because he's got bad knees and ankles, but he's an excellent cook and has a really big fancy kitchen. He could do a cooking show. He could do a cooking show, and his wife could get a camera. He could stream. Stream cooking. Because he loves cooking, and he could, I don't know, he could. She works at she works at the Brickworks in Toronto. It's a former Brickworks that has now been repurposed as a center for environmental stewardship or whatever, and they have little classes there. The kids is in the Don Valley area in Toronto, so the kids go in and learn about nature and stuff, and schools go there. So he could teach cooking courses there, cooking classes. So I'll have to tell him. I'll have to talk to him next time I'm down. He won't like his older brother telling him what he should do, but I won't phrase it like that. I'll just tell him what I'm doing. I'll tell him that I'll buy the round if he listens long enough for me to explain, because his eyes glaze over, but I'll just explain. This whole streaming thing. Yeah, he could. He could. Cooking, streaming, it'd be cool. And he's quite personable too. He's a funny guy, and he's ooh, look, there's a biplane up there. Where's that biplane going? Or he's just going off over the crash into the hills. But yeah, he's quite personable, so that might work. Neither of them are techie, though. I could set them up, I guess. My sister lives in Toronto also. That's where he lives. And my girlfriend lives in Toronto. My sister, well, my stepsister, but no, she's not a techie either, so. She retired from being a school teacher ages ago, and her passion was photography. I used to do a lot of photos. If you look at my blog at ravensview.ca, I used to do a lot of photography of graffiti in back alleys as an art form, and worked with youth groups to promote it and stuff like that. And I got her involved into it too. And then I got her a point and shoot camera, and then she got a better camera, and took some courses and stuff. So well, staff, do let me know if you're ever up. Oh, there goes that biplane. Ever up in Toronto, of course. I'll let you know if I'm ever in Australia. I'd like to sometime, but probably not. But yes, Toronto's nice to visit. I lived there. I used to live there ages ago down by the beaches area. That was nice. But nice to visit. Wouldn't want to live there. My girlfriend lives there, and she's been there for 30 years, and I've been in Ottawa here for 40 years, and we've been going out for 3 years, I think, and every month we take turns going back and forth for a week, and I think we're happy with this. I'm pretty sure we're happy. Whoop, there's that plane again. I know guys usually just assume things and don't communicate, but actually we were away at a little cottage together last week, and we talked a bit about it. So our goals are and aspirations are similar, not the same, but similar. No shock when we I was gonna say opened the kimono. We had a Japanese, I think he was Japanese, we had a boss years ago at Bell, and he'd talk about business meetings, and where you'd be negotiating with suppliers and stuff, and there was a stage at which you would open the kimono, which meant that you just sort of, put your cards on the table and it's a peculiar phrase because he was a nice guy, but we didn't really want to think of him with his kimono open. So why are we all pulling in here, really? My girlfriend and I both live in neighborhoods, meaning areas of the city where there's, shops and bank and library and pubs and cafes, schools and everything, like a little town. Oh, it's 120. We've gone down a bit. We've gone down a ton. Hers is nicer, actually. Hers is older, and the shops are closer together. It's a formerly Polish neighborhood, so there's a lot of Polish delis and bakeries, and every few blocks there's a Chinese fruit and vegetable market. Really nice. Coming out, guys. Yeah, it works for us. Works for us. My daughter assumes we're going to get married, but I think that would mean she just wouldn't have to worry about her dad anymore. Tell her. It's okay, Kath. Oop, shit, look. We're out of gas. What do we got for miles? Time flies when you are out of gas. Well, look. We're out of gas, and coming up we have gas. Oh, I know, I know. Well, I mean, and the problem too is sometimes it's society that tries to push us into these boxes, and sometimes it's more specifically friends and relatives, and sometimes it's ourselves. And often, the hardest, the hardest, the hardest voice to silence is ourselves. Although that should be the easiest one, you know. You know, you can't shut your friends up, but you certainly can shut yourself up, you'd think. Ooh. I'm gonna pull over here. Well, eventually, the back end of this truck will pull over here too. God, it's a long truck, eh? Because I need a, here's good, I need a bio brake. So, I'll be back in a minute here. Oh, I'll put my, I've got a special, window for this too. That's better. Needed to put some wool on. Oh, these people are sitting there waiting for me. Isn't that nice? Oops. Hello. I know, I know. Well, I mean, I went through a, we changed, I was married and two kids, and then when I was 40, which was like several decades ago, my, I divorced, relatively amicably, but my idea. But we had two kids, 4 and 6, so back then, you know, way back then, I set up co-parenting. Reno, San Francisco, I think we're going here. I set up a deal whereas I had the kids for a week and my ex had the kids for a week. Now it was the first. What's happening here on the other side? What are you guys doing? Huh. The initial lawyer I had was no help at all. It just I don't know. I've never heard of this co-parenting stuff. You guys work out the plan and all the documents and stuff like this, and then bring it in, and I'll stamp it and charge you. Well, I found a family lawyer who actually was experienced in this, and we ended up sharing the kids. So the kids were 4 and 6, and we started off this relationship. Mom's house, dad's house. I got my ex a book on how to do this, and she saw the benefits of having a week off every other week. No kids. And then kids. And the kids were fine. I moved in the same area. The kids went back and forth, but just all to say, I mean, we chose a different model. There were a few friends doing the same thing, so you know, parents, of course, were freaked out because it's different, but no, this is okay. Look, the kids are happy, and we're not fighting. We shared the expenses. We had a little logbook that went back and forth with the kids where we wrote down, Catherine had a sore tooth. Matthew lost his shoes again. So it was. I mean, considering, yeah, you know, kids had two loving parents. They had two Christmases. There was a thing on CBC, the public broadcasting for Canada, and the CBC just the other day, and I forget what the theme was, but they were talking about some couple who they'd bought a duplex and were co-parenting. I don't know. That's kind of committing yourself a little bit to it, like you're cutting down your flexibility. But oops, let's not get going too fast here because we got this weird train behind us. So, folks, in case you haven't seen lately, that's the truck I got. 3 trailers, pipe on them. I'm going down to Tucson, and when we get to Tucson, let's see I wonder what I would get in Tucson. Uh, Tucson. General freight. So this just puts 3 big blocks on there that are wrapped up. Or steel bars. Doesn't fill the whole thing though. Like I really like the go down here and get. I really like the lumber. Nothing there. Go back up to Phoenix. Don't have a lot of cargoes, but we're gonna be late though because I mean this is 72 tons. I've got a good truck. Not bad. It's not a 2,000 horsepower. People have options where you can do 2,000 horsepower. This one is 798. Well, wait a minute. Sorry, I wasn't even paying any attention there. Did it tell me how heavy everything was? No. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's 40 tons. Is that what I thought? Yes. Well, there you go, Gramps. It doesn't tell you the weight of the truck, but total length. Yes. Here you go, Steph. Is it a little much for the road. Total length 142 feet and 3 inches. Well, you look in the mirror, like okay, I'm looking in these. I'm looking in this. You look in the side mirror, and you see this. It looks like you're being tailgated by a bunch of trucks. No, you're being tailgated by yourself, Gramps. Oh, okay. So these guys, these Aussie, I forget what I said it was. Whatever the link goes, it's back up in my chat there. These Aussie guys, they've done a bunch of different trailers, and their plan is to do like every couple of weeks they're gonna release a new trailer. I think that's cool. I'll be donating cash to them. Here, guys, get yourself a pint. Yeah. Well, imagine somebody behind this truck and decided they want to pull out to pass. And you pull out to pass, and it's just you know, are we done yet? No. Yeah. But I want to try the I'm gonna try the B train, the road train after the four unit one. Now that I've figured out how to a freaking bus, eh? Step on the gas, buddy. Now that I've figured out how to connect to it, I'll do that. Yeah, you need a runway, exactly. Okay, I'm signaling. I was thinking I'd change lanes, but I've got a feeling acceleration is going to be better than mine. So I've got gas for 1,900 miles. I only have to go 800, so when you're heavy hauling like this, I've learned in this game, you knock a third off. But still, you know, still 1,200, so I'll make it before I have to gas up again, so. Oop, there's my little reminder. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for viewing, and if you're a follower, thanks for following, and if you want to subscribe using perhaps your Amazon Prime, hint, you get your own custom little emoticon, and you get my thanks, and you get a copy of one of my books if you want. Or you can throw bits in the jar, or you can lurk. And you can join my Discord. Discord has chat channels, text channels. There's a voice channel that I use when I'm on a convoy with other people, and there are text channels for, we share mods for maps and trucks that we find, and there's one for self-promotion, and there's one for, the hell are they? Oh, there's one for recipes. I think I put my goat stew up there. I will put a copy of my moose milk. Oh, Steph, you'll need that for Christmas. Milking a moose is not needed, but it's basically booze and milk, or cream. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me over, bugger. Ease. Shit. So moose milk is milk and ice cream and rum and I think brandy. Okay. Okay, so I see you can go, guys. Oh, for God's sakes, go! You guys are freaking idiots. Trying to eat as much alcohol melts in the heat. So, well, moose milk could be good because it's served in a punch bowl, served cold with like there's ice cream in it. I think milk cream, ice cream, and I don't know, rum and some other alcohol, brandy, I guess. You put ice in it, I guess. Jeez, jeez, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, jeez Louise, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, yeah, this guy is saying, well, maybe I'll stop. Oh, maybe he'll stop. Hi, me again. You're welcome. Oh no, never mind. You're too polite. You must be another Canadian. Do you have Christmas trees in Australia? Do you have pine trees growing anywhere in Australia? That would be the first question. And if you do have pine trees, then do you cut them down in the middle of summer and use them as a Christmas tree? And do you put fake snow on them? Like, do you pretend it's winter? I have no idea. Okay, because I'm going to drag some poor tree home and try to keep it alive for December. Well, that's true. I mean, here in Canada, you know, if you buy your tree, I grew up about 6 hours north of here, up in northern Ontario, Kirkland Lake, so we would just go in the bush. Forested areas around towns in the north, we just call it the bush. So we go in the bush, and we'd be full of trees, crown land, like government land. Some of it leased to lumber companies, and some of it not. And you just go in the bush and cut down a tree and bring it home. But you put it in the back porch, but it'd be, you know, minus 20 Celsius, so it would last till Christmas. But I can imagine. I mean, if it's, you know, if you cut a tree down and then you sit it in the warmth, it's. I have a fake tree, I must admit, Steph. I bought one a number of years ago. It's an apartment style in that it's slimmer. It's not as bushy as some. So it's a slim-ish sort of tree. Drag it up from the basement, decorate it, put it down. My son had one for a while. Actually, he had an artificial tree that was pre-decorated. So basically, it's like opening an umbrella type thing and plugging it in, folding it up, putting it away. So I like the decorating. We've got a lot of decorations. We've got some the kids and I made when they were little that are made out of dough, and we painted them and baked them. And you know, we've got a lot of traditional decorations. So it's fun just to get to get together with the friends or kids or whatever. You know, mix up some moose milk. Yeah. Oh yes, yes. Cats are. My cat was okay. My cat Tara, she was just sort of your basic gray and, you know, mottled gray and black cat. She lived till she was 21. But the only challenge with her was to not had to stop using icicles like that's made out of foil, finely sliced foil strips, because cats eat it, and then you've got a cat walking around your apartment with a little foil icicle hanging out of its butt. It's kind of decorative, but it's gross. So yeah, I sort of miss having a cat. It was nice having a cat, but like I go away for a week. And I discovered my girlfriend's allergic to cats, so otherwise I could probably have, you know, landlord might look after it, or a friend would come in. Yeah, visuals was just tried not to laugh too loud at the cat. Okay, so where am I here now? I am shit in the merde. We're still 45 minutes away. This is a slow boat to China here. Thank you for viewing, folks. Thank you for lurking, following, whatever you're doing, chatting. Feel free to chat. I got this ownable trailer. I've found a source for ownable trailers in ATS that are do a triple. Yeah, people are a bit shy, but I don't mind. And some people want to lurk. Some people just put it on in the background. I know some followers, they put the channel on when they're doing homework and stuff, or trying to get to sleep. So, you know, okay, I don't mind. There was somebody I followed in here, and she used to do trucking all the time, and then she decided she had a lot of followers. She decided she wanted to try different games, so she started trying all different games, and half her followers disappeared, and she was all pissed off. I was like, oh well, they're obviously here for the game, not for you. Sorry. But I think she was seriously trying to find the right niche to make money at it, to retire, I guess, or well, to be not retire, but make money on it at, you know, 30. I guess one could. Okay, so I think I'll have another, I think, hopefully I have another relatively low alcohol beer, and I'll get that and a granola bar. Los Angeles? Are we only at Los Angeles? Jeez Louise. Oh, I know, it can be fickle because you really don't know what your market is. Now the RT Gamer, the guy who rated me, like he had a whole bunch of viewers, and he rated me with, I don't know, hundreds of viewers that were following him, and he gets hundreds and hundreds watching his stream. He's got a niche, he's got a genre. Not a genre, he's got a thing. Oh, that's where we're going, okay. He plays various games, but he does them quite, he's quite entertaining, he's quite funny. He often, at the end, he'll build something, make something, at the end he'll just start destroying it, going crazy, but he's I like following him. So he's got a lot of followers, so it's mostly him, his personality. People watch for him. not so much for the games. Yeah, RT's very. My grandson watches him. My grandson watches him play City Skylines. My 11-year-old grandson, and he was chuffed, fair chuffed to find out that Grandpa has watched the same guy. So, well, I know his chat is well. When he, I don't know, were you part of the gang that came from his stream a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, anyways? Late one night, he'd finished his whatever he was doing. I think he'd been driving with all the lights off in ATS or something. Yes. So what he did was he just charged over here, and when he charged for the other viewers here, I'll just say when he charged over with hundreds of people, however many there were, my chat suddenly exploded. It was just scrolling up, and I would catch every 20th message and say something about it, and but yeah, looked like a sweet grandpa set us all off. Yeah, I think he was shopping around, because you do that, Well, okay, so I'm finished streaming, but I got, 10 or 500 people or whatever. Who else is streaming? Oh, let's go jump on them. So it's quite nice, and it did a big jump for my popularity. It got me going and got me enthused at keeping it going in this, because I was thinking, yeah, well, it's a lot of work and stuff. Now it's almost an obligation. But I got 361 followers. I've got 3 subscribers this month. Oh, Jesus. Every time I come to an inspection, it wants me to pull into the way station. You know what we're going to do here? We're going to forget about it. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to change the time. We're going to do several things. We're going to change the time. Because I like the drive when it's sort of bright out. And we're going to skip this and see what happens. Yeah, we're just gonna live dangerously on the edge. Living on the edge. Is that AC/DC? Or Aerosmith? But here we are, not stopping in. We may have to pay a fine, which will seriously impact our bank account. Ooh, $700. And I'm gonna get a granola bar and a beer. Oh, little window goes up here, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I was muted. Well, damn. I gotta do the whole thing again now. So, it's a bison with a plaid jacket, and it says "Coach me outside," which is fun fact: bison can reach 6.5 feet tall, weigh up to 1,000 kilograms, run 60 kilometers an hour, and jump as high as 6 feet. So metric and imperial. Go out and cache, like cache is true to style, cold condition, gold, Kolsch style lagered ale, the perfect fresh beer, flawlessly blends multi flavors with a crisp and light finish. So, like I was saying, it's like wine. All these words to describe it. Yeah, 6.5 feet. I know. Well, they're big suckers. They don't seem to be jumping a lot at the zoo. Speaking of bison, when we were out at the cottage in Sterling, which is a couple hours west of Ottawa, there's a nearby place, a water buffalo farm, and you can buy water buffalo meat, water buffalo mozzarella cheese, water buffalo ice cream. The meat is interesting. It's like, I don't know if you've ever had game. It's slightly gamey, but not like venison. Like not a strong gamey. Just this, it's obviously it's not beef. You know, you're not having cow, but it's not that strong. And they do. So we had water buffalo tacos, and then we used the other half of it to make water buffalo Italian spaghetti. And we had some of their sausages. They had Italian and curry, all sorts of blends of spices and sausages. So damn good. Ooh, here we are again, stuck in the wrong lane. Jesus. Okay, let me in. Is anybody let me in? What the hell here? This guy is. Eventually they notice this big train coming up behind them. So these guys have owned trailers. They've got, so far they've got a side tipper, like gravel things and stuff like this. They've got a road train of 4 flatbeds, I think. They got this, and they're gonna do logging trailers. So I'll have to put a note back up on the SCS forum for these trailers. I already did a note for Road Hunter, did some trailers. And although he doesn't seem to, his were okay, and then there were some problems, and he actually has delisted them, but I already paid my £5. I'm sure he'll fix it, but people were complaining, oh, mods should be free, gotta keep it pure, people should, you know, don't pay people money, you know, for their mods. It should be kept free, just give people respect. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm a writer, and like any artist, you always hear, what's a chopper? There's often things going on where people want, well, it's the same as you, I guess, as a web developer, you know. People want you to do it for exposure. We don't have a real good budget for this, so could you just do it for exposure? And he's like, so you've got a business, do you have hydro, you have heating, you're paying rent? Why couldn't you tell the landlord, you know, give me a free place for exposure? So exactly. So this guy who's talking about keep it all free for respect. I mean, if you want to develop, and the vast majority of the mods for this game are free, like the people do, and more power. But if you want to charge for it, it's fine. No, actually, yes. Respect and exposure is showing a lack of respect for your talent and the worth of what you're doing. Whoops. Shit, one head. Am I on the wrong road? No, I'm good. But I've damaged things here. Oh yeah. Oh well. Damaged my trailers. Oh, that's okay. I can get those fixed in the truck. It did not damage the cargo, so that's good. We're good. We missed that car. Yeah, exactly. If it's free, just be grateful. Don't expect it. You know. Well, I tell people. I mean, you know, when I'm talking to people in the bar or something like this, and I don't do it deliberately, but you know, if opportunity arises, I will mention that I am a writer, and they'll ask where to get the books, and I can say, well, you can buy them online, or you can buy them from me out of my backpack here at my feet because I carry books with me, or they're in the local library. Well, maybe people can't afford it. Maybe they're not sure. So they'll go to the library, they get the book out. They say, I like this, and they'll buy a copy then online for Christmas for somebody. So, but I mean, I'll just say I do give books away to libraries sometimes, although some libraries pay you, which is nice. Or if somebody's holding a raffle, well, I'll donate books, but that's different, really. How about you? I mean, your web developer content, are you also an artist? I'm guessing you're an artist, you just don't want to admit it. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty useless as a sketching or whatever, but I did a lot of, like I said, if you look, I'm on Flickr too, but there's a link. Look on my blog if you want, ravensview.ca, and there's a link to my Flickr. But I did a lot of photos of graffiti and back alleys and stuff. Bunch of Nikons. I think my Nikon now is a D90, but I got a cell phone now. I take way more pictures with my cell phone than I ever would with my camera, and it's a 12 megapixel. You know, I take better pictures with my camera, my zoom lenses and stuff like this, because I do concerts and stuff a few times down in the pit, and you need a lot of control. But it's just having the cell phone with you all the time. Get a lot of shots, mostly good ones. But it's hard with a cell phone to really. There's the parameters there that I can use, but I was so much better with my Nikon. I knew, all this, at one point I knew all the switches and stuff like this, so I could make it do exactly what I wanted to. I should go out occasionally with my camera. I should, grab the camera in a bag and just go out and be a photographer. To chomp there and mute. I know, great quality. I've got a Huawei, that Chinese phone that the Americans hate. I've got a Huawei P10. It's got a 12 megapixel camera and it takes great shots, great shots. And like I said, the thing is you've got it in your pocket, so you're walking down, I'll be walking, down the street and I'll see something, in a store window, or I'm sitting in a cafe or see something, you just grab a photo. So accessible. Only San Diego? Where the hell's Tucson? Oh, well, it's only Arizona, so it's not as if it's 4 or 5 states over. Speculation in the groups is that the next map they're going to do after Arizona is Washington State, just one more north. Would be fairly easy because they have a lot of the same geography. And then after that, I guess they'll start working their way east. Oh, there's my welcome thing. Welcome to my stream. Oops. Why are we going up here? Yeah. Crash vehicle offense, that's okay. As long as we don't damage anything. Chopper up there. Okay, here we are making a right angle turn with 3 trailers worth. And see, it's not that bad. That back one just sachets over. Takes it a while to sashay over, but it just sachets over. So. Ooh, we're on a less than generous road. Going through downtown something here. Ray's Burgers. Say Ray. What's up, homie? Speaking of rest stops, I gotta do one, so don't go away. I'll try to remember to unmute after. Ooh, excuse me. There we are. My landlord's moved in downstairs a couple of weeks ago. You may be wondering why here's who I'm talking to. Why I sit up here and talk to myself late at night. But I have two landlords as joint owners of the place, Alex and who's in his 20s, and his aunt Lise, who's probably in her 70s. And they bought the house as a joint effort, and she lives upstairs in a nicely renovated 2-bedroom apartment. I'm in the middle in a unrenovated 2-bedroom, and he's in the basement and nicely renovated. Just finished doing it. We can go wide enough on this. I like this B train, you know, or C train. B train is 2. Is it 3 with a C train, or is it now just called the road train? There's talk of a Australia map, which I think would be cool. But it's been talk for quite a while, so and maybe these are people actually from the same team, I don't know, that are doing these trailers and stuff. A lot of work to do a map. In a way, it might be easy if you just did it like they've done initially did a lot of US. You know, in the middle of the US, flat. Coming out. There's like a snake, this thing, just the way it goes back and forth. Hey, look. Ooh, there's a chopper. That chopper, oops. All the people who didn't realize that this is going to be a lane. Ooh, that's why we got choppers. Get a takedown. Ooh. First Nations groups. First Nations groups. You mean like the Ojibwe or they're different tribes. The First Nations have different groups, but they're different tribes. Nations, really, that they formed way back when. So the Ojibwe are Anishinaabe Nation. Cree, there's Mohawk, there's Iroquois, there's Seminole, and in the U.S. there's Navajo. It's another one in the U.S. Yeah, so Badger is a member of a particular tribe. And they were located in different parts of North America. So he's a member of a particular Indian tribe, and different tribes would have had different geographical areas, possibly different cultural, different religious ideas, shared but different between them all. Different cultural ideas, different practices in terms of hunting or farming and warrior, you know, how they fought, if they fought, why they fought, different kinds of war paint, different kinds of clothing and headdresses, so the whole cultural thing. So yeah, he's from a First Nations, let's say, group. Do I say he's from a First Nations group, or do I say that he's, yeah, yeah. It was hard for me to research the First Nations. I mean, I have a lot of interest in it, and I've known some people that were members of these various First Nations tribes, but the problem is some of them know nothing about their heritage, so they're no help. Some of them know a lot about it, but they believe it has to be protected, and they don't want anybody to write about it, so they'd rather that I write out of ignorance. And then there's some who share, so. Oh, First Nations group. I probably should have said tribe. Unless it's somebody who was talking and had no concept of the idea of tribe or group, I probably should have said tribe. But actually, in California, it's not First Nations. In the U.S., they call them. Well, I mean, in Australia, you have your Aboriginal, which has the word original in it, is the Aboriginals, I guess. But I don't know. Are there different tribes? I don't think now. And it's late and I've had some beer and it's hard to think. In Canada, we call them First Nations, and in the U.S., they call them something different. Anybody listening who can add to that? It's on the tip of my mind. I think you're fit, but to be, I think, I don't know. Our First Nations history here in Canada was certainly not good. There was a whole era when the government decided that they would civilize the natives by taking the kids away from, ripping the kids out of the homes and bringing them to these central areas of residential schools where the kids they would be educated and taught, proper religion. They weren't allowed to speak their own language. A lot of them died from tuberculosis and beating and starving and stuff like this. There was a horrendous part of our history. So the stolen generation. I know. They just, and this is all the government, well-meaning, I suppose, in a way. Just no, we want to help these people become civilized, because obviously they think they have a civilization. Oh, look, there's an airplane. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. And there's still an issue with reserves and stuff like this, and native rights are becoming more and more. They're pushing more and more, and they're realizing they have power for things like the federal government wants to run a pipeline across an area, and there's all sorts of native groups that, no, sorry, this is our area. We have to approve it. Yeah, shit. Yeah, oh shit. How about if we just guarantee you jobs and give you some money? No. No. So. So all to say, I tried to get enough information. I tried to be respectful in my book, yeah, but also educate people a little bit about First Nations and police and everything. But certainly, any feedback you can give me, because I probably will do another. It's sort of in second edition now. I probably will do another edition. But any feedback you can give me as to concepts are not clear or things that I mixed up, much appreciated. It's all about improving and learning. The first one, I'm published through a co-op sort of arrangement where other people edit, but they were good editors. People edit, some people do cover design, some people do formatting. We shared our skills and stuff like this. And I had a lot of people, a lot of eyes looking at it. And still, when it came out, there was about 15 errors, that typos mostly, double words, skipped words. I had a friend who was a former programmer, now a contractor, and a friend who was a former physiotherapist, none of them editors. Between the two of them, they found 15 errors and overlapping, not identical. Just no, not just your ignorance. No, I mean I realized when you said it that it's probably not a. I can't remember unless the context is somebody who obviously has no idea that they wouldn't be called groups. Probably should be tribe. So here we are, whipping across. Whipping across the desert. Phoenix and then Tucson. I'm gonna keep going. As long as people keep watching this, I'm gonna, cause I'm, well, maybe 7 hours, and it's 3 minutes an hour, so I may be 20 minutes away. So if you guys keep watching, I'll keep driving and finish this load. And be keen to pick up another one. I think we looked already, but they may have changed now that it's later. I can get something in Tucson. I can get a job market. Use your own trailer. I'm really happy I found the trailers. Oh, it's still the same. General freight, blah blah blah, boring. Or steel bars, and I'm pretty sure. Well, steel bars is gonna look cool too. This is probably gonna be a short load because it'd be heavy. So wouldn't fill the whole. I'd really like to fill these up with. It's like a snake, eh? Alright, I'd like to fill these up with lumber. Looks good. I'm surprised I didn't get more of my regulars popping into here. Crusher was streaming, but he may have, he's probably in bed by now. He's in Seattle. Maybe not, but he's West Coast, as is Reed. Actually, let me look here. See who else is. See who's on first. Oh, Crusher is online, but he's playing something. The Journeyman Project #1, Pegasus. Got me. Got me. My Walmart greeter. Yeah, yes, although he's got something called school, I think. And I think he took on. I think he took on. I think he's on the student council because he was talking about getting some sort of pass that would let him go on the. Remember, his school was like a, I don't know, a 10,000 student school with 30,000 students or something, and they had traffic jams and all sorts of shit. But he had it. We're talking about getting a pass that would let him go on the teachers only, the staff always. So I suspect it's because he was on the student council, and he might be just doing school stuff. So don't see him as much. I know. Well, I mean, it's a small school, and it's just. Wait a minute. Okay, sorry, Steph. It's late at night. It was a school for 1,000 students, and it's got 3,000 in it. Sorry. Thank you for the sanity check there. But yeah, I mean, that was the issue. His school had 3 times as many students as it was supposed to have, and they had really no way. And then I guess they couldn't put portables on or something. They just, I don't know. Busy classes too, so. My grandson, the 11-year-old, has changed schools. He's gone to a middle school now, which is kind of he's doing okay, but he's in grade. It's grade 5 or 6, I forget really. But anyways, it's a big change, okay? Because he's gone to be in one of the, you know, up there to going to another school. So he's now the first year, youngest student there. So and he has to, the bus ride is about 20 minutes instead of 10 minutes, 25 minutes, a bit farther. So I think he's good there. Huge in Canada, yeah. Well, I know my daughter. My daughter was. She was at high school. She was at here out in Orleans. There was under 1,000. Definitely, it was. I don't know, maybe 500 or something. And it was at. Oh, jeez, pull in. I'm not gonna pull in. Screw you. It was. Her school was almost small enough that they were thinking about, well, maybe we close this down. Okay, we'll pull in. And her mother, this is after we'd separated, her mother had gone down to work at the Getty Institute in California for 2 years and wanted my daughter to go down and live with her. So they went down and they looked at the high school, and I think the high school was the Beverly, 90210. And my daughter was used to this little school up here, and the place she was looking at down there was at least 3 times, maybe 4 times as big. And plus she would have been down there all by herself, and plus she would have been with her mother, which had, pluses and minuses. We had different parenting styles, so she stayed up here with me. So her mother got a camera, and we used to do. I used to do videos of the 2 kids. Send videos down. Every week we do a little video, the kids chat and stuff like this. Say what they were doing, and I send the tape down. Their mother, so. It's kind of fun, actually. perhaps you're wondering, why don't I tromp it to the floor? Yep, we are. Look, 28. Ooh, do I hear 29? 30. Ooh, and they're going up. See, it skips gears. After all that trouble, it goes to 8, 10. Not sure what I have. Whether I have a 12 or a 18 speed. We got about 12 minutes to go, 13 minutes to go. It's 12:43 in the morning here. It'll be 1. I'm okay with staying up late because the construction is finished downstairs. Sometimes I hear the landlady upstairs get up at 7:30, but I just roll over. There's a plane. For almost 2 months, there was renovations going on in the apartment down below me. Contractors starting 7:30, turn on the ghetto blaster, start singing along with it, set up their saws in the back, start making a racket. God, it was annoying. Is this a, what is that plane? I can see it faintly at the left there. Gone. Gone. Maybe we'll see another one. Oh yeah, gas. We've got 200 miles to go, and the gas tank thinks we have enough for 518. See, it's higher. Oh, look, we're gonna get going over at 50 now. So 72 tons is a little much for this little engine that could, but on the other hand, I'm fair chuffed over these 2 trailers, these 3 trailers that I bought. It was a chopper. Maybe it was a chopper, not a plane. I don't know. Axe did it on the other side, so. So, 10 minutes left now. We're getting there. It's been a hard day's night, but yeah. Cool trailer. I'll show you the other trailer mods actually that he can buy when I finish that. When I end this trip, for anybody who stays, and we're down to 3, it seems. I'll show. You're still here. Well, okay, I'll show it now just in case people. My blinker was going. Isn't that nice? Trailer dealer. So we got the standard trailers, the ownable trailers. We got flatbeds, and is that new? Is that new? Oh, it depends where you are, whether you can have doubles or not. And triples, you can have triples depending where you are in the map. Okay, so and there's this thing, which is a tilt trailer. Somehow I think you crank it up or something, and you look like it's gonna tilt, You pull somebody in over the back. Oh, that's right. That's right. You have to. You have to not buy something. The only way to get out of that. So you also have this thing. This is what I have. And there's utility trailers, which are that. See, the one I have, you can do either a you can do a single, double, or triple road frame, and you can do well double road train drop, triple. If you do a triple, then you have the choice of doing either a drop, flatbed drop, or flat. Pretty cool trailer, eh? Oh, it tilts down at the front. Hi, Alley Cat. I don't think it can transport cars. So, Alley Cat, this is a I found a source, an Australian source of ownable trailers. If you look up on the, if you look at my Discord, the address is there. It's a their Facebook page, but they have. Yeah, what am I still doing up? Oh, still fishy. You were on. You were there. Well, I don't know. I mean, oh, you saw it in Discord. Okay, so I'm trying it out, Alley Cat. It's I gave them some money, so they got a bunch of different things. They've also got like I gotta try out a four trailer train. It was pretty good. No, I was well, Steph has been keeping the quality here, and there's been a few other people watching. So this is the this is what I'm pulling. I'm pulling a triple, a long triple of pipe. This is my ownable trailer. I've got ownable 3 flat beds with there's racks, the front and bed of the front bed to hold shit in, but that's true, yeah. Sufishy was there, possibly off doing work, possibly had a nap. I had a nap this afternoon while I was driving, and I guess I was up in Argonne. A little micro nap, you know. Just enough to wander into the other lane. Unfortunately, it was a 2-lane highway, but well. So Phoenix, and then we're going to turn down south towards Tucson. So thanks for viewing, folks. If you're a viewer, if you're a follower, thanks for following. If you want to subscribe with your Amazon Prime, that's cool. Yeah, you were in here earlier. I know. Oh, yes. Okay, that's right. You're at work, so. Well, sometimes you can't hear anything because I forgot to unmute. So someone, this time it was Steph, say, "Can't hear you." Yeah. Okay, so we're going up there? No, just look at the barrier. No, we're going to Tucson. Let me out, please. Let me out, please. Thank you. Change the scale, Gramps. There. That's better. Well, managed to cut somebody off there. Yeah, see what happens. Sometimes the AI... Oh, we're good. Sometimes the AI jams on the brakes. Sometimes they just pop out like that. This is one hell of a truck, eh? Could customize it more, I guess, with fancy... Can't do much on this, actually. Not as much as the regular ones, but... Just revving up the hill. Oops, there's somebody passing. I'm trying to do a hands-free. Trying to do a hands-free and somebody's trying to sneak up past me. Sorry, buddy. My bad. So I'm glad I randomly was browsing around and found the link to this Facebook group, these Aussies that seem to be developing all sorts of trailers, ownable trailers for ETS and ATS. Just churning them out, and they're good ones. Running out of fuel, but I had enough fuel to get there. I have fuel for 327, and I've got to go 130. So technically I could make it, but let's see what we have coming up. Excuse me. We got something easy coming up. Where are we? Here. No. Pull off and go in and be bored. Stupid. No. Excuse me. Let's assume we can make it to here. Once we make it to there, we can drop the trailers, gas up, and pick them up again. What time were we supposed to be there? Monday morning, and we're gonna get there at Sunday night. Okay. Good. Well, we won't do another rest. Nice cargoes on this road. Now, we can also add the Jazzy Cat does a military traffic mod where every second flatbed has got a tank or a APC or something on it, which is okay, but after a while it gets to be same old, same old. Wasn't sure if this lane was going to disappear, so I thought let's just sneak over here. Are we good? Oh no, we didn't lose it. We would have been okay. Oh, this is Definitely Arizona, not Oregon. Oh, just cut in there, buddy. Oh, you're just going there. Okay. We're good then. My son worked at a call center at one point, one of his many jobs, but Rogers phone and cable here in Ottawa, but he's now going to work as a commissionaire. Basically, it's a role that the government set up after the Second World War to hire veterans in basically initially just as security guards in government buildings. But now the organization has broadened, so they'll hire anybody to work with them, and they will provide security guards for all different companies. Different levels of security, or just somebody to watch the door, or check the parking lot, or patrol the warehouse, or, and you know, whether you're bilingual or have first aid and all sorts of different skills, you get different contracts. So interesting, should be interesting. Oh dearie me. Alright. Don't mean to start yawning, but we're almost there. 3 or 4 minutes. It'll be cool as a cucumber. Drop this off. We did not have much damage either, which is good. Before in the game, you used to either damage the truck or the trailer with the cargo, but it was the cargo, so you know, the trailer and cargo was dumped off together. So you would lose out on your job. But now, yeah, you own your own truck and trailer, so you can damage the truck or the trailer, or be in the wrong lane like that. Truck or the trailer or the cargo. Well, I've damaged the truck 4%, trailer 4%, but I wonder what the diagnostics show for what I've damaged. Truck I've damaged. Oh, it's just tires. One trailer is just tires. Okay, because I'd whacked somebody earlier and I thought damage. This is no big deal. They're not cheap tires, but 4% is not really worth changing the tires. Where the hell do we go in this? Oh, okay, we must go up and loop around. Okay, I can do that. I can dig it. I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it. Dig it, dig it, dig it. I can dig it, he can dig it, she can dig it. Trying to remember what the hell that song was. Do we turn here, or do we go up on a ramp? No, we follow the road, okay. I sometimes forget to zoom in on these. going a bit wide here, just to be nice, but, you know, the back of this thing is just following around, so it's kind of a cool arrangement. You know, aside from the not backing up part. My goal is a sort of rolling stop on the top of a hill. Lose the momentum. You know what I mean? There we go. Oops. There we go. Clunk. Any trains? Because if there is, it's going to be a while before we get over. Clunk, 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 clunk. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Are we done yet? Oh, there's the gas. We're cool, I think. Our mileage. What was our, yeah, we still got 100 miles to go. So let's go like this, just because we can. Hard to tell where the back end of this thing is, for God's sake. Okay, what would you like me to drop off? Let's see if it's something stupid. They don't ask you to pull in. Oh, maybe here. Maybe we could do here. Is it long enough? Let's see. Nope, not long enough. We're still hanging out. Got our ass in. We'll take a double trailer. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, my levels are high too because I've been doing this for a while. Excellent. Okay, so we drive. Oh, this is yeah, we parked the trailer. See, the trailer doesn't fit, fortunately. So we have to go comme ça. Oh, we didn't do it? Why did we not move? There we go. Okay, so we've damaged things. Now we've damaged things. That's the problem, it doesn't fit. This, so we're gonna have to go and get the trailer fixed because it was obviously had spawned on top of a fence. So we'll find a repair place over here. We'll fly to it. Hopefully it's big enough that we can fit. We'll, well, we could drive there, I guess. Yeah, let's drive there. What the hell? We'll get some gas. Somewhere. What else is the gas here? this could be a challenge. Oh, we might fit through. We go straight. If not, maybe we have a saved game, eh? Probably should have dropped the trailer, filled up, but you know, it's late at night. We're in a hurry. Are we caught? I think we're caught. Slightly. Okay, then let's raise that axle. I'll get better traction. Differential lock. Oh well, let's go to plan B, which was we were going to get fixed anyways, weren't we? The repair place was there. Oops, this way. Shit. Yeah, we've done it now. Oh, that's what happens sometimes. I go down, and I get below. Okay. So I'm going this way to a repair place. And hopefully the trailer will be slightly crooked. We need more room on the right, so okay, we'll come in this way. This. Fingers crossed. Bad. Very bad. Jesus, we're jumping all over the place, eh? Okay, how about if we just go on the road here? And hope there's no traffic. There. We definitely need to get things fixed, but I'm betting we can do this. Oh, there's a repair place over there. And I think it's a bigger repair place, so it'll be good. Oh yes, these ones are a better design. Okay. This is good. Do this. Look at this, eh? Shouldn't have gone for gas, eh? Bad idea. When triple trainers go rogue, I know. Truck maintenance and repair. Oh yeah, we screwed everything up. Luckily we're rich, so... here, cut like that, and possibly. We made it. Okay. Now for jobs, what do we get? Job? We're not gonna do a job now, but look, we are here in Tucson. What would we have? Oh yeah, we've got maybe steel bars to Arizona. Oh. I'll do a rest. I'll change the clock and we'll check it out. But another day. It's 1:15 here in Ottawa. So thank you, Steph and Sue Fishy and Alley Cat and all others for hanging out and hanging in and keeping me company. And we'll possibly see you tomorrow. So, night night to all, unless you're in Australia, in which case it's have a nice day. Thanks, I appreciate your chatting. Ta ta.